Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit since I've done a video. I've been like so super busy with work and everything, but I wanted to do this video today because I've been getting a lot of requests, which I appreciate everybody that has responded to my posts on Instagram, because I want to do these videos so that you guys get something out of it and that you learn different makeup techniques and different things that you can do so that you can look your best, you know, so that you can have your own gorgeous face, because my definition of gorgeous and your definition of gorgeous for you may be two different things. You know, I do these videos so that you guys can take something away from it, and just learn how to take care of your skin better, how to apply makeup better, and really, you know, have fun with it. So I've been getting different requests for different videos, and I've gotten a request for skincare videos. I've gotten requests for videos for people that maybe don't want to look like super made up, but just, you know, want their skin to look a little better, just, you know, want to look a little, you know, more put together. And then I've been getting requests for brow videos. So what I thought I would do is kind of combine a lot of those requests into one video. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through my entire get ready with me routine. This is kind of like an everyday makeup look. At work, you know, during the week, I don't get like super made up. You know, I don't feel like you should have a full face of makeup every single day, because sometimes your face just needs a chance to breathe. You know, you have to understand that the, you know, the foundation, the eyeliner, the eyeshadow, you know, it sits in your pores. And, you know, if you don't wash it off properly, or if you wash it off, but then you don't allow a chance for your face to breathe, you know, you can get breakouts, you can get infections in your skin, and you can also, you know, expose yourself to premature aging. So I wanted to do this video just to kind of show you how you can look a little bit more made up without, you know, doing like a lot. You know, this is a look that you could put together in probably 5 to 10 minutes. Getting ready for work in the morning. It's good for, you know, if you're just going to be out running errands on the weekends and, you know, you just want to put some makeup on, you know, cover up some redness, things like that, but you don't want to look like superly made up. This is a really good look for that. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that I do is I always moisturize. Moisturizing your skin is so important. You have to keep your skin hydrated. You don't want it to get dry and get those dry patches. And really, you know, keeping your skin from breaking out, you know, moisturization is key. So the moisturizer that I use is the Clean and Clear. Right now, I'm kind of swapping between the Dual Action Cleanser and the Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Control Moisturizer. To me, they both kind of do the same thing. It's just whichever one you can pick up. When I went to CVS this last time, they didn't have the Dual Action, so I just got the Advantage Acne Control. It looks like this. And so, just do a couple of little squirts and just kind of apply it all over my face. And this also will help your foundation go on a lot smoother. Okay, so we're done the moisturizer. The next thing that I do is face primer. This doesn't have any hydrating ness, I guess, if that's a word. So it doesn't necessarily hydrate your skin, but it just has like a protective cover. I feel that, you know, helps your foundation to go on, you know, a little bit more smoothly. If you decide not to moisturize before, this is not a substitute for moisturizing, but it just kind of helps your foundation keep from creasing, to keep from fading during the day, so that you're not having to like reapply and touch up your foundation in the middle of the day. What I use looks like this. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer and the light shade. This one is like a white color. They also have one that's green. They both go on translucent, so, you know, it really doesn't matter whether you get the white or green. I just chose the white one. And it looks like this. And you just take a little bit put it on your fingertip and just kind of put a little bit down my nose, forehead, a little bit on my cheeks. You know, basically anywhere that you're going to put foundation, and you just kind of rub it in. You don't have to use like a super big amount for this. A lot of people complain that they go through, you know, face products so quick, but really it's because, you know, a lot of people overuse the products and use more than they should. You don't really need to use a lot of this, I don't think. And then the next thing I do is my concealer, my face concealer. I am using, this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer that looks like this for under eye circles. This is the light pale shade. You can use this for under eye. As you can see, I don't really have under eye circles, thank you Lord. So I just kind of use it as a spot concealer. As you can see, I do have some acne and some redness to cover. When you open it up, it has this very nice sponge type applicator, which I think is great because it helps everything to blend in a lot easier. So I just kind of take it and just kind of spot wherever I have redness and acne. Skin actually looks kind of good today, so don't need a lot of that. Then I'll grab my brushes so that you can see what I use. I use a foundation, not a foundation, like a complexion brush just to kind of blend in the concealer. The one that I'm using looks like this. This is by BH Cosmetics. So I'm just going to kind of take it, and wherever I apply concealer, I'm just going to kind of blend that concealer in, like so. Then we're going to actually apply the foundation next. I'm using the MAC Matchmaster, I cannot talk today, the MAC Matchmaster SPF 15 foundation. This is in the 3.0 shade. It comes in a pump type bottle. So I just take it, kind of dab some, about 4 to 5 squirts, I think is, you know, a good amount to use. You don't want to use more because this is in a pump bottle, so if you do pump out more, you're not going to be able to put it back, so you're basically just going to waste product. So I take, this is a foundation brush that I'm using. This is also by BH Cosmetics. This is a flat foundation brush. I just recently started using the flat foundation brushes because I used to use them all the time, didn't really like them, and I kind of went back to it. You could use the flat foundation brush. I also have a kind of puffier brush by MAC that you can use. You can use a beauty blender. You can use a cosmetic sponge. I mean, there's tons of different options. It just kind of is like your personal preference. So I'm going to take this, dab a little bit in, and just kind of start applying. I apply on my forehead. Make sure that you blend it into your hairline. Nose. Blend into my eyebrows. And I mean, with foundation, once you find your right shade, you just want to make sure this is blended like really, really well. And usually it does not take anywhere near this long to do my makeup. It's just kind of like takes some getting used to when you're doing it in front of a camera, because it's kind of like it looks backwards. It's weird. You know, make sure you're blending to your jawline as well, because if you don't, you'll be able to see, you know, how your skin may look like a shade darker than the foundation, and it'll look like the foundation isn't your right shade, but it just hasn't been blended properly. It's just another personal pet peeve of mine. I cannot stand unblended foundations. Like, everybody can see it. You know that that's not blended in. Why did you leave the house like that? Okay, so make sure you blend it into your jawline. I take mine all the way down to my neck to make sure that it's blended nice and evenly. And I apologize for this lighting. It's like really dark and dreary outside. It's raining today, so I don't have the best lighting in here, but hopefully, you know, you'll get the general effect. And see, that was 4 squirts. There's no more on my hand, so as you can see, 4 squirts is really like enough to cover your whole face, maybe even less than that. So you really don't need to use a lot of product. As you can see, you know, it covered the redness. It gives my skin, you know, just like a smooth finish. So that's my foundation. And then the next thing that I do is I set my foundation with the Urban Decay Deslick mattifying powder. I don't know what is wrong. Like, I cannot get my words out today. It looks like this. It's just, you know, a white translucent powder, and this just kind of sets your foundation. It kind of sets the tone for the bronzer that I'm going to show you in a second. If you do cheek color, it just kind of, you know, gives your foundation just kind of like a final nice finish. So I am going to use a large powder brush for this. This is also BH Cosmetics powder brush. I'm just kind of swirl a little bit in there and just kind of take it all over. It's a white powder, but it goes on your skin actually very clear, so you don't have to worry about looking whiter or lighter. It goes on nice and clear. Blend that. Okay, so foundation is set. The thing that I do, apply my bronzer. The bronzer that I'm using is by MAC. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish bronzer in the Give Me Sunshade. It looks like that. I can open it up for you, and that is exactly what it looks like. You've heard me talk about this a ton in my favorites video, because I mean, I've had this forever and it's only like halfway used. So what I do is I take a nice poofy brush like this. This is by ELF, and I just kind of swirl it. I take it and I literally just dust this on my forehead. I'm not really like packing it on, because you just want to keep from your foundation looking very flat. You know, it just has no definition. It just looks very kind of pale, and you just kind of want to give yourself a little bit of a glow. Take a little bit and I go down my nose, kind of dust some on the bottom of my nose, take some more and on my cheeks. I just kind of dust it along. I'm not trying to contour or anything. I'm just dusting on my cheeks, anywhere where the sun would naturally hit your face. Sometimes I take some and I go down the bottom of my neck, the bottom of my jawline, like so. Quick, easy. So I do that, and then the next thing that I do is I apply my cheek color. Right now I'm using the Benefit Rockateur cheek color. It comes in a box that looks like this. You open it up, has a mirror up here, and then it looks like this. As you can see, I'm hitting the panel in this one, so I need to get me some more. But this is what I'm currently using. I like this because it's very neutral. It's very light. It just gives you a little bit of a color. It doesn't come off like super orange or super red. And I think it just gives a really nice glow for any skin complexion. The cheek brush that I'm using is by Mary Kay. It's just a Mary Kay cheek brush. So I just swirl some in. And then I start here. I don't start all the way here. I kind of start here and go up to about here, and I just take it and I just do a little bit back and forth. And as you can see, this side is a little more lighter, and this side, you know, you just have a nice little appley, rosy type look without looking like an apple or red. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Sometimes I take it up over my eyebrow, like so. Quick, easy. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do, we're almost done, is the eyebrows, for those of you that wanted to know what I use on my eyebrows. The first thing that I do is find my brush here. I take a eyebrow brush comb combo. This is also by ELF Cosmetics. You can find these brushes at Target for pretty much cheap. I take the brush side, and I've already groomed my brows, and I just kind of, you know, brush it. And then I take my, this is the brow gel that I'm currently using. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This is the sample size. It has a bigger size at Sephora that I believe is $22. This one was a free sample that I got. And the brush looks like this. And so I just take it and I just kind of pull that through. And this just kind of, oops, hair's in the way. I just kind of take like 2 strikes, you know, just to kind of lay your brows down. Then I take my same little brush and I just kind of comb that through. And this just kind of helps speed up the drying process, because you want to make sure that the gel has completely dried before you put your actual product on there, because if you do, it's not going to go on smoothly, and you're going to have to keep reapplying it. What I use on my brows right now is also by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the caramel shade. The pencil looks like this. It's 2-sided. One side looks like this. It has actual product on it, and then this side has a little spoolie brush. So what I do, and it, you know, it twists up, so you don't have to worry about sharpening. I twist up, just get a little, hope you can see that, it's just a little teeny bit of product. You don't want a whole lot of product out. And then what I do is I outline the bottom first, and then I start filling in. So to the bottom of my brows, I just do a line across like that. You want to make sure that you can do this. If you extend it at the outer corner of your eye, it shouldn't go any further than that. So you know that's about how far you draw it. And then when you're drawing in the top, if you put it here, see, it shouldn't go any further than that. So it keeps you from drawing your brows here, here. You don't want it that close to your nose. So then, after you've drawn your initial line, you just come in and you start drawing in the tail. And it's up to you if you want this to be really thick or really thin. It depends on, you know, your face shape, how you want it. So then I just start filling in any areas that need to be filled in. I go here, and this is called feathering. You're just basically making just little strokes, because you want it to look as natural as possible. You don't want it to look like you've drawn your brows on. You know, you want them to look like it's yours. You're just, you know, getting a really well-defined look. And with this particular brush, you can make it as dark or as light as you want, which I like. Is kind of nice. If you want it kind of light, then just don't draw a lot. If you want it dark, you can just kind of keep on feathering, and you can make it, you know, as dark or as light as you want it to. I think it's a good idea to kind of match your brow pencil to your hair color. That's how you can keep it looking more natural. So I've kind of drawn mine into my consistency. This is just something that I personally like to do. You don't have to do this, but to me, it just gives it a more defined look. I like to go into this inner corner here and just draw a line straight down, and then come in and just kind of fill in. And to me, that just makes it look a little more put together. So as you can see, big difference between the two brows. And so I'm going to come in and I'm going to go to my other brow. Same thing, just going to draw a line at the bottom, kind of do my outline. I'm going to do my tail. Just want to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Feather all the way across. Fill in any gaps if you have any scarring on your brows. Just any areas that, you know, you have gaps, you want to make sure those are filled in. This pencil is just great. I mean, it makes everything so much easier. And if this looks thicker than you want it, don't worry about that, because we're actually going to